Dear reader, this little book is designed to tell you everything you need to know about the science of getting ahead. Now let us assume you are young, healthy, clear-eyed, and eager, anxious to rise quickly and easily to the top of the business world. You can.
I can!
If you have education and intelligence and ability, so much the better. But remember that thousands have reached the top without any of these qualities. Just have courage and memorize the simple rules in the chapters that follow. If you truly wish to become among the lucky golden few, you can.
I can! How to apply for a job. How to advance from the mailroom. How to sit down at a desk. How to dictate memorandums. How to develop executive style. How to commute in a 3-button suit with that weary executive smile. This book is all that I need. How to succeed. How to observe personnel. How to select who to lunch with. How to avoid petty friends. How to begin making contacts. How to
choose the right company. Before applying for a job, make sure you have chosen the right company. It is essential that the company be a big one. It should be at least big enough so that nobody knows exactly what anyone else is doing.
the right company. This book is all that I need. How to succeed.
Never mind. Back to work, everybody. You heard me. I said back to work.
I'm sorry I bumped into you, sir, but I would like to apply for a job.
A job? Do you know who I am?
No, sir.
I am J.B. Biggley. I am president of this company. That's who I am. How dare you come to me for a job?
I'm sorry, sir, but
Why do you think I have a personnel man? Why do you think I have a whole personnel department? Son, you bumped into the wrong man.
I'm sorry. I know how hard it is to find a job. I've been through that kind of thing myself.
Thank you, miss. You're very kind. Could you tell me where the personnel department is?
Personnel? It's right there.
Thank you.
You're not discouraged?
Of course not. I'm prepared for exactly this sort of thing.
Say, my friend Smitty works in personnel. Maybe she could help you. You wait right here. I'll go get her.
But miss, it's not really...
Where do you think you're going?
to see the personnel manager.
I'm the personnel manager, and we're not hiring anyone today.
Oh, well, I was just speaking to Mr. Biggley.
Biggley?
Yes, sir.
J.B. Biggley?
Oh, yes, sir. He told me to see you.
J.B. Biggley himself. You were speaking to him.
Yes, sir. I just bumped into him.
Ah, is he a friend of yours?
Sir, I don't think a man should trade on friendship in order to get a job.
Very well put, young man. Well, if you step into my office, I'm sure we can work something out. My name's Bratt. And you are?
Finch, sir. Pierropont Finch.
Pierropont. Say, maybe that ought to be J. Pierropont Finch.
As a matter of fact, sir, it is.
Well, step into my office.
Good gracious, Rosemary, you could have at least let me finish my metricol.
This is important, Smitty. I know you can help him. Where is he?
How would I know?
He must have gone into Mr. Bratt's office. Go on in there. You're Bratt's secretary. He'll listen to you.
But why this frantic urgency?
Please, Smitty, we've got to help this boy.
But why? Fill me in, girl. Wherefore is this creep different from all the other creeps?
He's not a creep, Smitty. He has this sort of noble courage, yet deep down, I feel he's sort of helpless.
Rosemary, your mother instinct is a big drag.
Oh, that's a good one, sir.
Well, that's all settled. Nice to have you aboard, Finch.
Happy to ship out with you, sir.
Who's that?
That's my helpless friend. Isn't he adorable?
Adorable? Maybe. Helpless? No.
Shut up, Smitty. I just hope he hasn't got a girl.
My secretary will take care of your forms and getting your particulars. Oh, Smitty, this is our new Mr. Finch.
Hello there.
My name is Pilkington. Rosemary Pilkington.
Hello there.
Hi.
Mr. Finch will be starting out in the mailroom. Glad you don't mind that, Finch.
Sir, in a big pond like this, everyone must start off as a little fish.
Even a barracuda.
Smitty.
Say, bud, have you guys in the mailroom sent out those Wicket catalogs yet?
I don't know, I'm going to lunch.
At 11 o'clock. Why?
Because I'm the boss's nephew.
Bud. This is Bud Frump, Mr. Biggley's nephew. This is Mr. Finch. He'll be working with you in the mailroom. Smitty, get Mr. Finch's particulars.
Yes, sir.
Finch, nice to have you on our team.
Finch, you ambitious?
Not necessarily.
Good. Just keep that in mind. If you know who I am and you know who you are, we'll get along fine. And if not,
You'll go
well,
crying to your uncle?
I beg your pardon, I do not go crying to my uncle. It just so happens that my mother is Mrs. Biggley's sister. If I feel that anything is wrong, I phone my mother. She phones Mrs. Biggley, and Mrs. Biggley phones Mr. Biggley. That's the democratic way.
Mr. Finch, a man like you doesn't have to worry about someone like him. Smitty, you are going to get Mr. Finch's particulars?
Yes, particulars. Now, Mr. Finch, the first question is...
Have you got a girl?
A girl? No.
Good. I mean, that's the right answer. I mean, it's very wise not to have a girl.
I'm glad you understand, Miss Pilkington. Some women wouldn't. You see, when a man wants to rise in the world of business, a girl, or let's say an emotional involvement, can only lead to getting involved emotionally.
That's very intelligent, Mr. Finch.
Yes. Now, Mr. Finch, if you'll just step into my office, we'll get our business done.
Good luck, Mr. Finch.
Thanks. I'm glad to be aboard.
Well, Rosemary, you see?
I think he's fascinating.
I've seen some ambitious characters around here, but this boy is the eagerest beaver of them all.
New Rochelle.
What?
Or maybe White Plains?
Huh?
No. New Rochelle. New Rochelle. That's the place where the mansion will be. For me and the darling, bright young man I've picked out for marrying me. He'll do well, I can tell. So it isn't a moment too soon to plan on my life in New Rochelle, the wife of my darling tycoon.
Honey, you'll be in New Rochelle. Your darling tycoon will be here in the office.
Smitty,
The future Mrs. Finch is in for some lonely nights.
and I'm prepared for exactly that sort of thing.
Coffee break!
It's about time.
There's no coffee!
No coffee!
No coffee?
No coffee!
No coffee?
No coffee?
No coffee!
I can't take my coffee break, my coffee break, my coffee break. If I can't take my coffee break, something within me dies.
Lies down and something within me dies.
If I can't make 3 daily trips where shining shrine benignly drips and tastes cardboard between my lips, something within me dies.
Lies down and something within me dies.
No coffee!
No coffee!
No coffee!
No coffee!
No coffee!
No coffee!
No coffee?
That office light doesn't have to be fluorescent. I'll get no pay chair doesn't have to be foam rubber. So if I spread, but only one chemical substance gets out the lead.
Like she said, if I can't take my coffee break, my coffee break, my coffee break, if I can't take my coffee break,
gone is the sense of enterprise.
oh, gone and something within me dies.
No coffee!
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 If I can't take my coffee break,
Somehow the soul no longer tries.
coffee,
Somewhere I don't metabolize
coffee,
something within me.
coffee over the lights, coffee over the lights, coffee over the lights, something inside of me dies.
What's that?
Coffee?
Coffee!
You have alertly seized your opportunities and are now on the first rung of the ladder. You are working in the mailroom. One word of caution about the mailroom. It is a place out of which you must get. Some of your rivals will not have the advantage of this knowledge, but you are forearmed. Do not get stuck in the mailroom. Plan to rise.
Finch, where are you going? What have you got there?
It's the executive mail.
I'll take that. The executive mail is my job. Finch, if you have any ideas about climbing the ladder around here, the view is going to get awfully monotonous. Every time you look up, you'll see the seat of my pants.
That's rotten. You know, Bud Frump's just jealous. He's trying to keep the big executives from noticing you.
Thank you for defending me, Miss Pokington.
Please call me Rosemary.
Okay, Rosemary.
Now, Mr. Finch.
Oh, just call me Ponty.
Okay, Ponty. The big executives will notice you. Just be patient.
Patient? Do you realize I've been working here for 1 whole week?
I know, Ponty. I haven't forgotten. Happy anniversary.
Gee, Rosemary, thanks. At least you noticed me.
I wish I were an executive. I'd never. Oh, there's Mrs. Jones, Mr. Biggley's secretary. I better look busy, and you too.
Pardon me, ma'am. You should be wearing this. It goes with your hair.
Young man, you just want me to have this flower? Don't you know who I am?
Oh, that doesn't matter. What matters is that the flower seemed to cry out to be worn by you.
Young man, I am Miss Jones, Mr. Biggley's secretary.
No, you can't be. Well, you just can't be.
Why not?
Well, according to Bud Frump's description of you, I never have. Well, I mean, you're not a terrifying person.
Thank you.
I mean, if it's not out of my place to say so, Miss Jones, I think you're a very attractive person, no matter what Bud Frump says.
What'd you say your name was again?
Finch, ma'am. F-I-N-C-H. Finch. Pierropont Finch.
And how is it I haven't seen you around here before?
Oh, I'm not supposed to deliver the executive mail. That's his job. Bud Frump. F-R-U-M-P.
Well, thank you very much, Finch. You're a very interesting young man.
Thank you, Miss Jones.
Say, Jonesy, I'd like an appointment with the boss around 3.
I'll check on it, Milton, let you know.
Ah, flowers. You got a new boyfriend, Jonesy?
This was given to me by a very nice young man. You should know him. Finch.
Yes?
Oh, Finch, this is Mr. Gatch.
How do you do, Mr. Gatch?
Hi there.
Mr. Gatch would be a good man for you to know. His department is very important.
Oh, I know all about Mr. Gatch. He's in charge of plans and systems and interdepartmental evaluation. Also, pre-promotional promotion, post-administrative research, and multiple development on a multi-level level.
Say, Jonesy, this is a smart one. I didn't know I did all that.
Very fine man, Mr. Gatch. I hear he has an opening in his department.
Yes, he has, but he hasn't been able to make up his mind. Well, thank you for the flower, Finch.
You're welcome, Miss Johnson.
Hi, Jonesy.
Miss Jones.
Oh, say, Rosemary.
Finch, quick moving off. You gotta pick up your second delivery.
Righto, bottled buddy boy. Gotta go to work now.
Hello? Give me an outside line. No, this is not personal. I'm calling my mother. Thanks. You know, one of these days when I run the show around here, I'll clear out the whole... Hello, Mother? Bud, I know I left my sweater at home, but it's warm. Now look, Mother, I got to tell you something very important. There's going to be a new head of the mailroom, and I want the job. You've got to call Aunt Gertrude and... I know I'm next in line, but there's no fellow working here, and that has me worried. Oh, he works hard, gets in on time, he never goofs off, he's polite. You know, a real rat.
Yes, what do you want, Miss Jones? My wife. Well, tell her I'm busy. Tell her I'm in a meeting. Tell her I'm out. Oh, confound it. Put her on. Hello, Gertrude. Glad you called. What's on your mind? Oh, I'm busy. Uh-huh. Well, Gertrude, I can't help Bud there. The head of the mailroom should pick his own successor. I can't switch signals in the middle of a play. It would upset the whole team. If I interfered, that would be nepotism. Nepotism. That's when your nephew is a fool. Well, I'll see. Miss Jones?
Yes, Mr. B.
Miss Jones, I have told you that talking to my wife upsets me.
Well, Mr. B, you told me to put her on.
Never mind. I need something to calm my nerves. Where is my, well, you know.
I put it in the back of your right-hand bottom drawer.
Thanks.
Let's get going, boys.
Yes, sir, Mr. Trimble. I've already started sorting.
Finch, as head of this entire mailroom, I would like to say that I am very pleased with your work.
Thank you, sir.
You really have an inborn gift for mailroomery.
Thank you, Mr. Trimble. Coming from you, that's a great honor.
Hello, mailroomery. No, mailroom. Just a minute. Mr. Trimble, it's for you. Mr. Bratt and personnel.
This may be a very important call for some of us. Hello?
What's the idea?
What's the idea of what, Bud?
You know, you're buttering up Twimble. Well, believe me, it won't do you any good.
Good God, Bud. Just because I'm being nice to a man doesn't mean I have to have an angle.
If anybody's gonna get this job,
I got you, Mr. Bratt. Thanks very much. Well, boys, it looks as if they're promoting old Twimble to the shipping department.
Congratulations.
Who's gonna be the new head of the mailroom?
I won't say till it's official, but Mr. Bratt is going to leave the choice up to me. Twimble, he said, you have been an excellent mailroom head, and we want you to choose your own successor. And we want you to choose him on merit, and on merit alone.
That's not fair! I'm going out for a smoke.
Smoke? He's gonna call his mother. But it's not gonna help him if I have anything to say. I have somebody else in mind for the job.
Mr. Trimble.
Yes?
You've been with this company a long time, haven't you?
Long, long time. Just last month, I became a quarter of a century man.
That's beautiful. And how long have you been in the mailroom?
25 years. To make it that long requires a combination of skill, diplomacy, and bold caution. When I joined this firm, as a brash young man, well, I said to myself, now, brash young man, don't get any ideas. Well, I stuck to that, and I haven't had one in years.
You play it safe.
I play it the company way. Wherever the company puts me there, I'll stay.
But what is your point of view?
I have no point of view.
Supposing the company thinks...
I think so too.
But what would you say
I
about...
wouldn't say.
Your face is a company face.
It smiles at executives, then goes back in place.
The company furniture.
Oh, it suits me fine.
The company letterhead is...
A Valentine.
Is there anything you're against?
Unemployment.
Yeah, when they want brilliant thinking from employees.
That is no concern of mine.
Suppose a man of genius makes suggestions.
Watch that genius get suggested to resign.
So you play it the company way.
All company policy is by me, okay?
You'll never rise up to the top.
But there's one thing clear. Whoever the company fires, I will still be here.
Well, you've certainly found a home.
It's cozy.
Your brain is a company brain.
The company washed it in, now I can't complain.
The company magazine.
Boy, what style, what punch.
The company restaurant.
Every day, same lunch. Their haddock sandwich, it's delicious.
I must try it.
Early in the week.
Do you have any hobbies?
I've a hobby. I play gin with Mr. Bratt.
And do you play it nicely?
Play it nicely. Still, he blitzes me in every game like that.
Why?
'Cause I play it the company way. Executive policy is by me, okay?
How can you get anywhere?
Junior, have no fear. Whoever the company fires, I will still be here.
You will still be
Year after year after fiscal. Never take a risk all year. Well, let's get back to work. They may be promoting me, but until then, the mail must go through. Hi, bud. How's your mother?
What mother?
What mother?
Hello, men. Well, Twimble, it's all set. As of today, you're head of shipping.
Thanks, Mr. Bratt.
Now, let's talk about your successor.
Oh, say, Bratt, have you heard from my uncle today?
No, bud. Go ahead, Twimble. Your shoes are going to be hard to fill, but who have you picked to fill them?
Well, Mr. Bratt, I've given it a good deal of thought, pro and con, and I think your man is young Finch.
Congratulations, Finch.
I'm going out for a smoke.
Thanks, but I can't accept.
Are you turning this job down?
That's right, sir. I think there's a man who's better qualified. Yeah, a man who's been here longer than I. Gentlemen, I recommend Bud Frump.
You're kidding.
Bud Frump?
Well, this is something. I mean, surprise-wise. Well, as long as he feels that way,
I'm gonna go call my mother and tell her.
I don't understand.
Mr. Twimble, let me explain. Knowing you has taught me a lot, and I think that it's important that I tell you why I chose to give you the
Hello?
job.
Yes, JB, this is Bratt.
It's the big boss.
Well, we had picked someone else for the job, but the young fellow we picked turned the job over to Bud. He thinks Bud is better qualified. No, he doesn't seem to be out of his mind. He was explaining about it when you called. Go ahead, Finch.
Mr. Twimble, the important thing you've taught me is that no individual is as important as the whole company.
He says that no individual is as important as the whole company.
The whole team is greater than any single player.
The whole team is greater than any single player.
The whole crew is greater than any one oarsman.
The whole crew is greater than any one oarsman.
The whole salad is bigger than any one piece of lettuce.
The whole salad is... Oh, you can hear him? His name? It's Finch.
F-I-N-C-H.
F-I-N-C-H. Yep. Well, I'm going to keep an eye on him myself. Right. See you later, JB. Finch, you really got me off the spot there with Mr. Biggley.
Glad to help, Mr. Bratt.
I appreciate it. Good luck, Twimble.
Oh, Mr. Twimble, aren't I supposed to give this mail to Mr. Gatch?
Gatch?
Gatch.
Gatch. Say, I just remembered Mr. Gatch is looking for a junior executive in his department.
He is?
I'm going to talk to him about you.
Me? A junior executive?
Your generosity and thoughtfulness may prove to have been a really good thing for you.
Oh, that doesn't matter, Mr. Bratt. I did what was right.
My mother was very happy.
Boys and girls, may I make an announcement? Meet the new head of the mailroom, Bud Frump.
Good luck, Bud.
Thanks, Pony, old man.
Come along, Finch. I want to talk to you.
He sure amazed me. I'm still wondering why he did that for me.
So am I. I still think my original choice of man was best.
Now, wait a minute, Twimble. Ponty okayed it.
I know. It's just that I've been here a long time, and I want to make sure things are done the right way.
I know what you mean, Mr. Twimble. From now on, I'll play it the company way. Wherever the company puts me, there I'll stay.
Whatever the company tells him that he'll do.
Whatever my uncle may think, I think so too.
He's beaming with company pride.
I conquer that over-ambitious rat inside.
Old Bud is no longer the frump he used to be.
I pledge the company sweet conformity.
Hooray, hooray!
I will someday earn my medal, 25-year employee. I'll see to it that the medal is the only thing they'll ever pin on me.
The front way is the company way. Executive policy is by him okay.
I'll never be president, but there's one thing clear. As long as my uncle can stand me, I will still be here.
You know the company may like or lump any man.
I'm so proud.
If they choose to, the company may dump any man.
I'm happy.
They will never dump from the company man. Frump will play in the company, Frump will play in the company, Frump will play in the company way. Frump.
Come on, everybody. It's a celebration. I want to buy you all lunch on me.
Boys and girls, may I make another announcement? Mr. Gatch is taking young Finch into his department as a junior executive.
Wait a minute. Just a minute. That lunch is Dutch. In fact, it's canceled. Wait a minute.
Auntie, that's wonderful. I told you to have patience.
You were right, Rosemary. Thanks.
You should have someone around all the time to help you think things out.
Maybe I should.
Ponty, I'm always available.
You're sure wonderful, Rosemary. One of these days, I hope I could show my appreciation and...
Lunch.
Huh?
I said lunch.
What about lunch?
I'd love to.
Love to what?
You said, what about lunch? Gee, I thought you'd never ask me. Let's see, where will we go? Say, I know there's a little tea room, a very cute place called the Hungry Tea. It's very reasonable. I'll go get my stuff and I'll meet you right here.
But I didn't mean what about lunch. I meant what about lunch.
Say, Finch, how's the young junior executive feeling?
Fine, Mr. Gatch, fine.
Oh, come on. I'll buy lunch in the executive club up on the roof.
Lunch? In the executive club? Me?
Sure. Now that you're a junior exec, I can put you on my expense account.
It's a great honor, Mr. Gatch. I'll go get my coat.
Okay. I'll meet you at the elevator.
Rosemary, I've got a surprise for you. Mr. Gatch is taking me to lunch on the roof.
To lunch?
Yep. How do I look?
You look fine, Ponty. Just fine. Have a good time.
Thanks, Rosemary.
If you have followed the simple instructions exactly as outlined, you should by now be a junior executive. Congratulations. Nothing can stop you now.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear. But Gertrude, I haven't got time for this nonsense about Bud. I know blood is thicker than water, but Bud Frump is thicker than anything. I'll promote him when I'm ready. Now listen to me, Gertrude. The next time Bud complains to his mother, and he calls you, and you call me, you're all fired.
Excuse me, Mr. B.
Yes, Miss Jones.
There's a young woman who wishes to speak with you. She says it's urgent.
What's she want? What's her name?
She says you'll know.
Hello? Hello? Well now, you know I wouldn't forget. I'll take care of everything. One moment. Miss Jones, give me Bratt and personnel right away. You'll be here tomorrow? Fine. Bye. Hello, Bratt? JB, I'd like you to do me a favor. I was wondering if you could find a spot for a young lady. Wants to be a secretary. She's an old friend of the family. Her dad was a classmate of mine at Old Ivy. She's a bright girl, got a good head on her shoulders. Her name? LaRue. Hetty LaRue.
Can I help you?
Scram!
Miss, you don't understand. I'm Bud Frump, J.B. Biggley's nephew.
Oh, how do you do? I'm waiting for Mr. Bratt of personnel. I'm a secretary.
I spotted that the minute you came in.
Oh, well, thank you. Of course, I'm new at this, and I was just looking
Miss
for some-
LaRue!
Yeah? I mean, yes?
I'm Bratt of personnel. So sorry to have kept you waiting.
Oh, not at all, sir. It is I whom am late.
Oh, not really. This is Miss Smith, my secretary. Now, if you step into my office, I'll get your particulars.
Boy, isn't she something.
She sure is.
Gentlemen!
Say, Brad, I need a secretary.
So do I!
Me too,
Gentlemen!
me too.
Miss LaRue will be assigned according to normal procedures once her qualifications have been determined.
Did you call my wife and tell her I won't be home for dinner tonight?
Yes, Mr. B. Oh, by the way, you left your golf clubs in the office. Tomorrow's Saturday, and you're playing with Mr. Womper, the chairman of the board.
Oh, yes. Well, I'll be staying in town tonight, so I'll come in and pick them up in the morning.
And you asked me to remind you about your college alumni association.
Oh, yeah. Well, send them the same check. I get a kick out of thinking of their faces when they get that fat check from old least likely to succeed.
Very well, Mr. B.
Say, JB, there's a phone call for you. Your wife.
My wife? I'll take it in your office. That'll be all, Miss Jones.
Oh, Miss Jones.
Oh, hello, Ponty. How's the young junior executive?
Just fine. Thanks to the helpful advice I've been getting from you.
Oh, well, I'm glad our little talks have proven valuable.
They sure have. Oh, and good luck tonight.
Good luck.
Yes, in the bowling tournament. Oh. I hear you're the best bowler on the ladies' team.
Oh, that was sweet of you to remember something like that.
Well, I'm fascinated by the hobbies of people that I like.
Oh, say, you should come and watch us bowl tonight.
Gee, I'd love to, but I should go to bed early. I'm working tomorrow.
On Saturday? No one around here works on Saturday. Ponty, you're a very interesting boy. You'll go far.
Thank you, Miss Jones. That means a lot, you're saying that, because you're Mr. Biggley's secretary, and he's the man I most want to emulate. He's so capable and thoughtful. You know, I remember him wanting to send a check to his old school. Harvard, isn't it?
Harvard? Oh, don't you ever let JB hear you say that. He is a groundhog.
But where did he go to college?
Old Ivy.
Old Ivy?
Of course. They are the groundhogs. Mr. B is very proud of his old school. Well, good night, Ponty.
Good night, Miss Jones.
Don't work too hard.
Don't worry, I won't.
Hello, stranger.
Oh, hi, Rosemary. Hi, Smitty.
Hi, Ponty. Been a long day, hasn't it?
Sure has.
I haven't seen you since you got your new job.
Oh, yeah, I've been working pretty hard.
Been a long day.
Say, Rosemary, where are you having dinner tonight?
Well, that depends.
On what?
on where I'm having dinner tonight?
Huh? Oh. Well, here it is, 5 p.m., the finish of a long day's work, and there they are, both of them, the secretary and the clerk, not very well acquainted, not very much to say, but I can hear those two little minds ticking away. Now she's thinking,
I wonder if we take the same bus.
and he's thinking,
There could be quite a thing between us.
now she's thinking,
He really is a dear.
and he's thinking.
But what of my career?
Then she says, and he says,
Well, it's been a long day.
well, it's been a long day. Now she's thinking,
I wish that he were more of a flirt.
and he's thinking,
I guess a little flirting won't hurt.
now she's thinking,
For dinner we can meet.
and he's thinking.
Well, we both have got to eat.
Then she says, and he says,
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a long day.
well, it's been a long day. Hey, there's a yummy Friday special at Stouffer's. It's $1.90 vegetable plate. And at the bottom of the ad, not bad. Service for two, $3.58. To make a bargain, make a date.
Wonderful.
It's fate.
Now she's thinking,
What female kind of trap could I spring?
and he's thinking,
I might as well forget the whole thing.
now she's thinking,
Suppose I take his arm.
and he's thinking.
Well, really, what's the harm?
Then she says,
Hungry?
and he says,
Yeah.
Yeah?
yeah!
Well, it's been a long day.
Well, it's been a long day. Well, it's been a long day.
Blathering, thinks he can just go to his mother every time. You have been complaining to your mother again. She wants you promoted.
Why not? Other people are being promoted.
Well, I told your Aunt Gertrude.
Oh, there you... Good evening, Mr. Biggley.
Oh, good evening, Miss LaRue.
Uncle Jasper?
I told you to never call me that around here.
I'm sorry, JB.
Now, haven't you got something to do?
I was just gonna go get my hat and go home.
Good. How do you like your new job, Miss LaRue?
It's a big, fat nothing. I thought you were going to make me a big businesswoman like Helena Rubinstein or Betty Crocker. So what happens? I'm stuck in the lousy stenographic pool with no one to fish me out.
Shh, Angel. These things take time. Yes, miss, in a large operation like Worldwide Wickets, there are many multiple facets which are very important in the scheme of things. Hetty, I promise, I meant every word. Tell you what, I'll meet you at your place in 10 minutes and we'll talk it over.
No.
But Hetty, yes, miss, in a large operation like Worldwide Facets, there are many multiple wickets which are very important in the scheme of things. Oh, for crying out loud. Why don't you go home?
I'm waiting for the elevator.
Why don't you walk down?
It's 30 floors!
Why don't you jump?
Very attractive girl, Miss LaRue.
Huh? Oh, yes. I guess so. I was just trying to make her feel at home. She seems to be a rather shy person.
Yes, well, You go ahead, JB. I'm meeting Mother for dinner. She loves having dinner with me. I tell her everything that happens all day at the office. Now he's thinking,
The kid could really put me through hell.
and she's thinking,
The kid could even name the hotel.
now he's thinking,
I wonder if he'd dare.
and she's thinking,
There's blackmail in the air.
now he says,
It's a holdup.
and she says,
Down.
Wait a minute. Okay, you're promoted.
well, it's been a long, been a long, been a long, been a long day. Well, it's been a long, been a long, been a long, been a long day. Ha!
Okay, Jackie, I think that's it.
Yep, all spick and span. Now bet you some slob's gonna come in here and dirt it all up again.
You kidding me? Not a Saturday morning. What are you doing?
What?
You know, never liked you very much.
Oh my goodness, I'm hurt.
Come on, let's do the big shots now.
Fine. I mean, why is this place always so dirty? What even is a wicket? What are
Why
they
are
even?
you asking me? I don't know.
Good morning.
Oh, is it morning already, sir?
Good God, man, have you been working all night?
Well, I had a few things to catch up on. I shouldn't be here much longer.
By George, I'm sorry. Your name slips my mind.
Finch, sir.
Oh, yes, I've heard some good things about you from my scouts.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Finch, I just came in to pick up my clubs. I have to play around today with old Wally Womper. He's chairman of the board, you know. Don't push yourself too hard, Finch.
Don't worry about me, sir.
All right, I'll just get those clubs. What's that you're humming?
Oh, I didn't realize I was humming, sir.
You were humming the old Ivy fight song.
I guess it was just unconscious on my part.
Did you go there? Were you a groundhog?
Well, sir.
Oh, come on, boy. Out with it. You're not ashamed of old Ivy, are you?
No, sir, not a bit.
That's the groundhog spirit. I should have known you were old Ivy. What year? Finch, when did you graduate?
Oh, sorry, sir. I was thinking about the big game today. We're playing the Chipmunks.
That's right. I hope those damn Chipmunks don't give us too much trouble.
Oh, I think we'll take them, sir. Charnowski's knee's much better.
Oh, with Charnowski in there, the team's morale should pick up. He's the dirtiest player we've got.
Well, even though we won't be there in person, we'll still be rooting for him, right?
Right! Groundhog!
Groundhog!
Stand, old Ivy, stand firm and strong. Grand, old Ivy, hear the cheering throng. Stand, old Ivy, and never yield. Rip, rip, rip the chipmunk off the field.
When you fall on the ball,
and you're down there at the bottom of the heap.
Down at the bottom of the heap.
Where the mud is oh so very, very deep.
Down at the cruddy muddy deep.
Don't forget, boy, that's why they call us. They call us Groundhog. 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 Groundhog.
Ivy,
Rip, rip,
and strong.
The chipmunk rant. Old Ivy, hear the cheering Frump. Hey, 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 round Ivy, God bless you and never yield. Rip, rip, rip the chipmunk off the field.
I enjoyed that, sir.
So did I, boy. I'll go get those clubs. Rip, rip, rip.
$26, $27, $28, $29.
Allow B.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I just wanted to finish this row. I guess this looks kind of silly, sir, but I've always found that knitting helps me think more clearly.
I knit too.
Really?
Yep. It's good for my nerves. Nobody knows except for my secretary, Miss Jones.
You know, Mr. Biggley, I feel kind of sorry for men who don't knit. They lead empty lives.
I like the way you think, Finch. Tell me, what's your ambition in this outfit? A bright young man like you must have it all planned out.
Well, sir, if I'm ever fortunate enough to reach a position where I have a choice, I'd like to be where they do something real. You know, something a man can get his teeth into. The advertising department.
Advertising? Son, I wouldn't want that for an old schoolmate of mine. It's too tough, too insecure. Why, we've had 15 new advertising managers in the past year alone. The poor devils disappear at the rate of about one a month.
Why is that?
I fire them.
But, sir, if you got a man with ideas, he could swing it.
I keep hiring men who are supposed to have brilliant ideas, and not one of them will do what I tell them. No, son, you stick to what you're doing. You'll do all right there. By the way, where are you?
Plans and systems, Mr. Gatch's department.
Oh, yes, good man, Gatch. Knows what he's doing. You stick with him, and he'll look out for you. And I'll keep my eye on you as well.
Well, sir, you have a good day. I've got to finish this before midnight.
Midnight? That's the groundhog spirit. Groundhog!
Groundhog!
Stand, old Ivy, and never yield. Rip, rip, rip the chipmunk off the field.
Beautiful.
What was that?
A college song, I think.
Really? What college?
I'd say Vassar?
Hello, Bratt? JB. Say, what are we running around here? A sweatshop? We're working that boy too hard. Who? Finch! F-I-N-C-H. The poor devil worked here all weekend. The lad needs help. I want him to have an office of his own. Deserves the best you have available. Oh, nothing too fancy. Don't want him getting any ideas.
Hello, Ponty.
Oh, Rosemary, coming in. How do you like it?
Your first office. It's beautiful. Oh, I can only stay a minute. I just wanted to let you know I had a good time the other night.
Me too. Oh, sir. Miss.
I'm Miss LaRue, honey.
What can I do for you, Miss LaRue?
A secretary was ordered to be assigned to you. I'm your assignation.
You didn't tell me you were getting a secretary.
I just found out myself.
Well, happy dictation, Ponty.
Bye.
Now, won't you sit down, Miss LaRue?
Thank you.
Now, Miss LaRue.
Oh, just call me Hetty.
Well, I think that perhaps in a business relationship...
You're cute.
Just give me one moment, please.
Choosing a secretary can be fraught with peril. Take a good look at the young lady who has been assigned to you. If she is so attractive that you feel things are too good to be true, be very careful. It may be that one of the big men in the company is interested in her career. There is a simple test for this. Check on her secretarial skill. The smaller her abilities, the bigger her protector.
Okay, Hetty, let's try some dictation. Take a letter.
Shoot.
This is to Mr. Gatch. Dear Mr. Gatch, pursuant to our discussion...
Wait a minute! Are you trying to catch a train?
What are you taking this down in?
Longhand. It's safer. I make up for it when I type.
You type fast.
Oh, like a jackrabbit. 12 words a minute.
By the way, Hetty, Miss LaRue, what was your last position?
Oh, I was in the tobacco business. But then Mr. Biggley...
Mr. Biggley?
Well, he got me interested in Wicket, so I matriculated myself into business school, and well, here I am.
Yes, you are, aren't you? Miss LaRue, please take this to Mr. Gatch.
Mr. Gatch?
Yep, he's my boss. Make sure to give it to Mr. Gatch himself. Hetty, personally.
Okay, Charlie.
Hello, Mr. Gatch's office. One moment, please. Mr. Gatch, Mr. Finch's secretary is here, and she'd like to see you personally.
Have her come in.
I'll get her. Come on in, Miss LaRue.
Mr. Gatch?
Yes?
Mr. Finch asked me to give you this.
Say, what are you doing tonight?
Hello, Mr. Finch's office. One moment, please. It's for you. Production.
Hello, Finch speaking. Oh, yes. I run plans and systems now. Huh? Oh, Mr. Gatch. Oh, yeah, he's been transferred to one of our out-of-town offices, Venezuela.
Say, Jenkins, I was just going to call you. We're getting a new vice president in charge of advertising.
Another one? Who is it this time?
A fellow by the name of Benjamin Burton Daniel Ovington. We're giving him a reception tonight in the executive club on the roof.
Wonder how long this guy lasts.
I don't know, but we're giving him the full treatment. You can ask your secretaries to come. We're inviting some of the executive secretaries to act as hostesses.
Okay, Bratt.
Rosemary, I had lunch without you. Where have you been? Smitty, I've been made secretary to the new advertising manager.
Oh, good. What's he like?
Oh, I don't care about him, but this means that I'm invited to the reception this evening. And Ponty will be there too. Smitty, I've been dreaming of a chance like this. He's never seen me all dressed up, glamorous. Do you know what this is?
Your lunch?
Smitty, this is the answer to how to succeed with Finch. A new dress. It's just beautiful.
I hope it works. Good luck, Rosemary.
Thanks, Smitty.
I think maybe I'll get a new dress for tonight, too.
Good idea, Smitty. I hope you're very popular at the party.
Maybe I will be at that. I'm thinking about spreading a rumor about myself around the office.
Huh? I slipped out this afternoon and bought some love insurance. A most exclusive dress from Gay Berry. It's sleek and chic and magnifique with class beyond endurance. It's me, it's absolutely me. And why one guy, this irresistible Paris original I'm wearing tonight. I'm wearing tonight, especially for him. This irresistible Paris
Paris originals, all paid for in mine. I must look divine, especially for him. Suddenly he will see me, and suddenly he'll go dreamy, and blame it all on his own masculine whim, never knowing that this irresistible Paris originals so perfectly right. I'm wearing tonight, especially for him. This irresistible Paris original I'm wearing tonight. She's wearing tonight, and I could spit. Some irresponsible dress manufacturer just didn't play fair. I'm one of a pair, and I could.
Oh no.
This irresistible Paris original, so slinky and slim, already slunken, and I could die,
And I could kill her, and I could. This irresistible Paris original, très sexy, n'est-ce pas? Infernal voila, and I could spit.
Hello, girls.
39 bucks I hand out for something to make me stand out. And suddenly I've gone into many a graph.
Some laugh.
This irresistible Paris original. This mass-produced crime. I'm wearing tonight for the very last time.
What a dress!
Ugh.
Hey, Hetty, could I buy you a drink?
Oh, I never touch anything alcoholic before 5 p.m.
It's 10 after 5.
I'll have a double martini.
Here he is, boys and girls. You know our advertising department has been in trouble for a long time. But I think I found someone that will help put Worldwide Wickets back on top. Mr. Benjamin Burton, Daniel Ovington.
Thanks, boys and girls. I'd just like to say that I'm proud to be joining the Worldwide Wickets family. Now, I don't know that much about Wickets, but I do know about advertising. My theory on advertising can be summed up in one sentence. Shove it down their throats with a soft sell!
Good sound thinking.
And I'd like to say that...
Benjamin Burton Daniel Ovington? What the heck kind of name is that?
And I'd like to...
Say, Bud, JB says to take Miss LaRue home. She doesn't seem to be feeling well.
I'm feeling fine. Hey, Finchy, let's dance.
I'm already dancing with Rosemary.
Everybody dance!
Come on, Hetty.
I don't want to go.
Let's go.
Wow, that elevator made
on, Hetty.
What I need is a shower.
JB wants me to take you home.
No, I'm going to JB's office. He has a private shower. I'll take a shower, and then I'll go back to the party.
Okay, Hetty, have a nice shower.
Thanks, bud. You know, you're cute. Not as cute as Finch, but you're cute.
Not as cute as Finch. Oh, say, Jenkins, going up to the party?
Yeah.
Will you tell Mr. Finch to meet me down here? Tell him it's important.
Sure thing.
Hetty's in there taking a shower, and I've got something up my sleeve that's gonna put little old Finchy right out on his little... Hello, Finch.
What's this all about, bud?
JB wants to meet you in his office.
But I just saw him. He didn't say anything.
I guess he didn't want to say anything in front of Ovington. You know how it goes around here with the advertising department.
You mean to tell me your uncle is...
I don't know anything. All I know is that I was told for you to go to JB's office right now.
Thanks, bud.
You're welcome. Now to get my uncle. Goodbye, Finchy. Hello, Uncle Jasper. Olay!
Someday.
Guess who?
Mr. Biggley?
No, it's me.
Oh, hi, Hetty. I was supposed to meet Mr. Biggley here.
Mr. Biggley? Oh, he's not coming. Somebody gave you a bum steer.
Should have known it was a rib. Well, I better get back to the...
What's your hurry?
I better get back to the party.
You're anxious to get back to that Rosemary, huh? Are you stuck on her?
Oh, Rosemary? Oh, no. She and I are just good friends.
That's very sensible, Mr. Finch. An up-and-coming young chap like you shouldn't be tied down. I've been watching you, Buster. You're going places.
Yeah, Venezuela. Look, Hetty, I can't.
Wouldn't JB just die if he walked in and found you kissing me?
Frankly, I'd rather he didn't.
Oh, come on, let's try it.
Uh-uh.
You better, Finch. If you don't kiss me, I'll tell JB you did.
Okay, but just this once. Rosemary.
Huh?
Can't you hear it? Rosemary.
Rosemary?
That kiss.
What about that kiss?
Rosemary.
It's highly insulting to think of two broads in the middle of one kiss.
I'm sorry, Hetty. I just can't explain it. It just came over me.
Finch, you're in love.
That's right. Finch is in love. It's like a symphony all around me. Oh, I must have been in love ever since she took my particulars.
And you found this out by kissing me?
Yes, Hetty.
I don't know my own strength.
Suddenly there is music in the sound of your name. Rosemary. Rosemary was the melody locked inside me, till at last out it came. Rosemary. Rosemary, just imagine if we kiss. What a crescendo! Not to be missed. As for the rest of my lifetime program, give me more of the same. Rosemary, Rosemary, there is wonderful music in the very sound of your name.
Ponty, I heard Bud Frump talking at the party. Where is she?
Rosemary, something wonderful has happened.
What are you talking about?
Can't you hear it? Can't you hear it? Suddenly, there is music in the sound of your name.
I can't hear it.
Rosemary. It's all around me, like a beautiful pink sky.
Now look here, J. Pierropont Finch. Have you lost your mind?
Rosemary, darling, will you marry J. Pierropont Finch?
Now I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. Suddenly there is music in the sound of your name. J. Pierropont.
Rosemary, just imagine if we kissed. What a crescendo! Not to be missed. As for the rest of my lifetime program, give me more of the same. Rosemary, Rosemary, there is wonderful music in the very sound of your name. Oh, honey, I've been so wrapped up in trying to get ahead that I never even realized. It's as if I'm seeing you for the first time.
And I'm seeing you for the first time. You have on 2 different types of lipstick, mine and hers.
Rosemary, this is very easily explained. You don't understand.
Yes, I do. Well, don't let me keep you. Go on, go back to kissing her again. I don't care.
What do I do?
Let's do what she said.
No!
Get back in there.
I have nothing to hide.
Yes, you have, and keep it hidden. You snake. Now kiss me.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought,
Oh, it's my fault, Mr. Biggley. I insisted that Mr. Finch show me your office.
I see. Well, actually, I just came in to wash up.
Excuse me.
Rosemary.
Finch, I owe you an apology.
You do? For what?
Never mind. However, I still want you to know that I do not approve of what you were doing when I walked in here. I do not care for anything like that between executives and their secretaries.
But Miss Pilkington is not my secretary.
Oh, yes. Good point.
Yes, I'm sure he's got to be here. Oh, JB, we've been looking for you.
I haven't finished my speech yet.
You made a fine speech.
Yes, you did, Mr. Ovington. Very fine speech.
Ovington, this is Mr. Finch of Plans and Systems.
How do you do, Mr. Ovington?
How do you do?
You know, I didn't get a chance to tell you at the party, Mr. Ovington, but I'm very fond of advertising, and I've read a lot about you in Fortune magazine. Some good stuff.
Thanks.
By the way, Mr. Biggley, did you know that Mr. Ovington was an All-American halfback at college?
Is that so? Where did you play, Ovington?
Oh, the greatest little college in the world. Northern State.
A chipmunk?
I sure am a chipmunk, sir. Did you see the way we murdered those groundhogs last Saturday?
Ovington, I'm not a bigot. I've hired men from colleges all over. Tigers, bulldogs, gophers, and bears. But never Never a chipmunk! Your resignation is accepted! Rip, rip, rip the chipmunk off the field. That was a narrow squeak.
It was a big shock to me.
Say, JB, what are we gonna do for our new advertising manager?
Finch, you've always wanted this rotten job. You think you could handle it?
Oh, I don't know, sir.
If there's one thing I admire in a man, it's humility. Finch, I'm making you vice president in charge of advertising.
Me? A vice president?
JB, I don't want to question your decision. Finch is very bright, but he's rather inexperienced.
I like him. I think we've hit something here, Bratt. This boy is loaded with great ideas.
Ideas? Why don't you tell us some of them, Finch?
Well, I haven't had time to figure them, and I'd like to give you a clear-cut campaign.
Say, JB, the plans board is meeting day after tomorrow. Finch can tell us all of his ideas then.
Fine. Finch, you've got 48 hours to make an advertising presentation. And by the way, Finch, you're now a vice president in charge of advertising. And frankly, up until now, I am quite dissatisfied with your work.
That doesn't matter. I'm a vice president. Vice President Finch. Oh. Hello. Get me the stationery shop downstairs. Yes, this is J. Pierropont Finch. Remember those cards I spoke to you about last week? Go ahead and print them right away. Oh, girls, you can come out now.
Thanks, Rosemary.
Rosemary, I've got a surprise for you. Mr. Biggley just made me the vice president in charge of advertising.
Congratulations! Can I be your secretary?
Gee, I love that, Hetty, but Rosemary's actually going to be my secretary.
I'll go back to the steno pool.
Rosemary?
And what makes you think I'd be your secretary? I'd rather die.
Rosemary, I'm a vice president in charge of advertising now. You know how tough of a job that is? I can only do it if I get your help. Rosemary, I need you.
You do? Well, in that case, all right, I'll be your secretary.
Great, now let's get to work.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, yeah. Hello, operator. Who paints the names on office doors?
Finch, aren't you going to kiss me?
Kiss you? I can't.
Why not?
Wait a minute, Rosemary. Hello, name painter?
Wait a minute, Rosemary, hello, name painter?
Yes, this is J. Pierropont Finch. I want my name on my door in gold leaf. J. Pierropont. No, J. Pierropont.
Suddenly there is music.
Yes, block letters.
In the sound of my name.
No, all capitals. J. Pierropont.
Rosemary.
Vice President
in charge of advertising.
There must be a way to stop him. There must be. There must.
All of my lifetime program will be more of the same.
No, the usual spelling.
J. Pierropont. J. Pierropont.
Remember me, Rosemary.
I can't stand it.
Whatever happened to Rosemary?
Boy, when you see it on your own door.
There is wonderful music in the very sound.
I will return.
Of your
I will return.
There's sure a lot of whispering going on today.
Ever since Finch became the new vice president, they've all been scared out of their wits. When's the big meeting?
It's set for this afternoon. I hope Ponty comes up with something.
Me too.
Where are you going?
Home.
At 10 o'clock in the morning?
I've resigned. I'm quitting.
Nonsense. You've been threatening that all week.
This time, it's official. I left a letter of resignation on his desk.
But,
Smitty, I just can't take it anymore. I don't mind a person ignoring me completely, as long as he pays a little attention. Smitty, he doesn't need me.
He did tell you that he loved you and wanted to marry you.
Shh, Smitty, that's supposed to be a secret.
Oh, don't worry. I haven't told anybody.
What's the matter?
Rosemary is resigning from Finch.
But I thought he was going to marry her.
That's what I thought.
Me too.
I only told the girls. Don't worry, she will forgive him.
Never.
Oh, you've got to.
Rosemary, there's one thing you can't overlook. That's loyalty.
I've been very loyal to him.
Oh, I don't mean to him. I mean to us girls.
That's right.
How often does it happen that a secretary's boss wants to marry her? Hallelujah. How often does a dream come true without a sign of conflict or a barrier? Hallelujah. Why treat the man like he was a typhoid carrier? How often can you fly from this land of carbon paper to the land of flower chintz? Hallelujah. How often does a Cinderella get a crack at the prince?
Cinderella? Wait a minute, I'm no Cinderella. I have $85 in the bank and a savings bond.
It's not a matter of money. He's a vice president. That automatically makes him a prince. True?
True.
So you're automatically a Cinderella.
See?
Don't you realize you're a real life fairy tale, a symbol divine. So if not for your own sake, please, darling, for mine.
Don't, Cinderella, darling, don't turn down the prince.
Don't rewrite your story. You're the legend, the folklore, the working girl's dream of glory.
We were raised on you, darling, and we loved you ever since. Don't mess up our major miracle. Don't, Cinderella, don't turn down the prince.
Oh, let us live it with you, each hour of each day. On from Bergdorf, good night.
To Elizabeth Arden in the station wagon.
Hurry from 21.
No, New Rochelle.
New Rochelle, PTA.
Oh, do not leave us minus. Our vicarious bonus. We want to see His Highness. Mary, dear Lones. On you, Cinderella, sits the onus. So when you name a happy day, please phone us.
Phone us. But don't, Cinderella, darling, don't turn down the prince.
Why spoil our enjoyment for the fable, the symbol of glorified unemployment?
We were raised on you, darling, and we love you ever since. Don't mouse up our favorite fairy tale. Don't, Cinderella, don't, Cinderella, don't, Cinderella, don't turn down the prince.
All right, I'll give him one more chance.
You have climbed the ladder of success, rung by painful rung, until you have almost reached the top. You have done beautifully. Unless you are vice president in charge of advertising. In that case, you are in terrible trouble. There is only one thing that can save you. You must get a brilliant idea. The quickest way to get ideas is to develop them. That is, you must examine the underdeveloped, worthless notions of others and add to them that extra something that makes the idea your own. An underdeveloped notion may come from the least likely source. Be alert. You never know who will bring it to you.
Hi, Ponty.
Hello, bud.
Sorry I busted in. There was no one outside. First time I've seen your new office. Oh, you're probably wondering why I'm here.
Frankly, yes.
I want you and me to be friends. You've never liked me.
Oh, bud.
Don't deny it. It's true. And I don't blame you. I've been a no-good, backbiting fink.
Oh, bud, that's a bit strong.
Well, how would you put it?
I guess your way's best.
I'd like to change all that. Now, I know you're stuck for an idea.
Now, wait a minute, bud. I'm not stuck.
I
have my own ideas for things.
Giveaway programs. We're going to make a comeback.
What did you say?
Well, I had this idea for a television show. I call it the Worldwide Wicket Treasure Hunt. We give $1,000 saving bonds, and each week on TV, we give clues as to where it is. Oh, let me leave this with you, and if you get a chance, look it over.
Bud, what did your uncle say when you told him about this?
Oh, I didn't tell him, Pawnee. If I brought it to him, he wouldn't listen. That's why I brought it to you.
Well, maybe I'll give it a little bit of a think.
I have returned! Yes.
Treasure hunt? Could be. Man, this thing needs some kind of a new twist.
Ponty, I'm back. I've changed my mind.
Oh, Miss Pilkington.
I don't blame you for being cold to me, but I did change my mind.
About what?
About what I said in the letter.
What letter?
My letter of resignation.
Your resignation from what?
The Girl Scouts of America. Don't you understand? I've quit, resigned, left you forever.
Why?
Because I was hurt, humiliated, ignored, upset.
Who did that to you?
You!
Me? Well, it couldn't have been me. I haven't said 10 words to you all week. Now, listen, Miss Pilkington.
Can't you call me Rosemary?
No, and I want you to call me Mr. Finch until you're Mrs. Finch. Now, Miss Pilkington, I've finally come up with a new idea for a television program. I'm thinking of calling it the Worldwide Wicket Treasure Hunt. What would you say if we gave away $100,000?
I don't care if you give away the whole company. I love you.
Say that again.
I love you.
No, before that.
I said I don't care if you give away the whole company?
That's it. We'll give away the whole company. Well, I don't mean the whole company. I mean stock in the company. Man, I've got to have time to figure this. I've got to talk to Mr. Biggley.
Good luck, Mr. Finch.
Thank you, Miss Pilkington.
Are you pregnant or something?
Oh, I was just, Hey, I told you never to come in here during office. What the heck do you want?
JB, you remember that television idea I once told you about? The treasure hunt.
I told you what I thought about that treasure hunt.
I just wanted to remind you that you didn't like it.
Hetty, I've told you that during office hours I can't meet with you.
I just came for a business purpose.
Business?
I wish to tender you with my resignation.
Your resignation? But Hetty, you can't. Tell me what this is all about.
Not a single guy will use me as his secretary. They stay away from me like I had an extremely tropical disease.
Hetty, just be patient.
I have an idea that might solve everything.
What?
Why don't I be your secretary?
You're out of your mind. I mean, well, I have Miss Jones.
You don't want me as your secretary?
Look, Hetty, just be patient.
All right, dear, I'll be patient. I'll give you 24 hours.
But Hetty!
Oh, hey, Hetty. Where's Miss Jones? I wanted to see Mr. Biggley.
Oh, he's not doing anything. You can go in.
Say, Hetty, are you quitting?
Unless I hear otherwise to the contrary.
maybe we could help each other. Hetty, I'd like to talk to you alone.
Ooh.
This is business.
Oh. Then tell you what. Take me out, buy me lunch, say 1 o'clock, meet you downstairs. Do you want to talk or don't you?
Okay, but we better meet around the corner.
Gotcha, cutie. Chicken.
Big meeting today, huh?
Yeah.
Hear anything about what Finch is planning?
JB gave him a postponement, so he must have something. You know, fellas, I'm really beginning to get a little scared of Finch.
Me too. If we don't stop him soon, I mean...
He'll have us all working in the mailroom.
Chaps, our worries are over. Finch is going along with, well, believe me, he's dead, dead, dead. And I'm so happy I could cry.
Well, that's good news.
I don't know. Finch has a way of bouncing. I wouldn't believe he was dead if I read his obituary.
Ordinarily, I would agree with you, but Finch is really,
Hiya, men.
All set for the big meeting?
Could be, could be. Wish me luck, men.
Good luck.
And that's what's gonna happen to our sales. Up, up, up. And there you are.
Finch, I think you've done it. Very good.
Could I ask you a question, JB?
Yes.
What's his idea for the show?
You heard. A television show that will give us peak reaction. Sounds great, Finch. Great. Doesn't it, men?
Yeah,
Sounds great.
idea.
But what's his idea for the show?
I don't see why you have to be so negative. The only things you ever come up with are lousy ideas like treasure hunts. So, Finch, what is the idea for the show?
Well, JB, you know what? I've always thought of you as a man of vision, open to new ideas. But now I don't know. I'm thrown.
By what?
Well, the way you just spoke to Bud about his idea for a treasure hunt. Well, when Bud brought it to me, I thought it was a rotten idea too.
I should hope so.
But then I remembered something, JB. An idea in itself is nothing. It's the development that counts. So I said to myself, I'm gonna take this idea of Bud Frump's and de-frump it. So, gentlemen, my treasure is not bonds, it's stock.
Stock? Stock? In our company?
It can't be done, JB.
You can't just give away stock.
Well, we give away stock dividends, don't we? Please, let me go on with my presentation.
Finch, I hate giveaway shows.
So do I, JB. But the public loves them. And I have a new twist. Gentlemen, may I present the worldwide Wicket Girl.
What is this?
This, JB, is the secret ingredient. I'm combining beauty and greed. Can't miss. Go ahead, Hetty.
Hello there! I'm the worldwide Wicket treasure girl. Each week, I'm going to give you a clue to where the worldwide treasure has been stashed.
Buried.
Oh, yeah. Buried.
Of course, Miss LaRue is just helping me demonstrate the idea. She won't be our regular treasure girl.
Well, I'm leaving the firm. Of course, I wouldn't if...
JB, let's tell this maniac off and get on with our business.
Hold on. I'll handle this. Gentlemen and Miss LaRue, will you please leave me alone with Mr. Finch?
Okay. Take care of him. This is crazy.
What about the CCA?
What about the stockholders?
Board of directors? What about the Federal Trade Commission?
Finch, where are you gonna hide the treasure?
JB, this show is completely unrigged. Not even the treasure girl is gonna know where the treasure's hidden.
Well, I'd like to know.
Okay, but it's gonna be a secret between you and me. I'll give you the first clue that the treasure girl's gonna give over the air. West of the sun, west of the moon, where is the treasure? Blow me a tune.
What the heck is that?
Tough clue, isn't it? But if you will note, the first letter of each line is WWWB. Worldwide Wicket Buildings.
You're gonna use our buildings? But you'll have mobs of people running all over the place looking for the treasure.
JB, if a man as brilliant and educated as you couldn't guess the clue, do you think the average viewer is gonna guess?
Well, Good point. Finch, tell me, could this treasure girl be someone more identified with the company?
Yeah, a real worldwide wicked girl.
Yes, maybe. Say, why not Miss LaRue herself?
Brilliant, JP, brilliant.
You can come in, gentlemen. Gentlemen, I am thinking of going ahead with Finch's idea for the worldwide Wicket treasure hunt. Now, of course, I want your approval.
Well, JB, I think this is an absolutely crazy idea.
I like it!
We like it!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Worldwide Wicket Company presents, in living color, the Worldwide Wicket Treasure Hunt. And now, for the opening number, we will present a dance by the Worldwide Wicket Company's Jolly Wickettes.
now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the worldwide Wicket Treasure Girl.
It's really beginning to get to me. I'm beginning to wonder where the treasure is myself.
Yeah, where is it, Finch?
Oh, no. Nobody in the whole world knows but me and JB. Right, JB?
Right, Ponty.
Shh. Hello there. Well, I'm going to give you the first clue to the worldwide Wicket treasure hunt. In 10 different places in this great country, there are buried 5,000 shares of stock, making for a total of 50,000 shares in all. Woo! And now for the first clue. The first clue! The first clue is west of the sun.
One moment, Treasure Girl. This woman's carrying a Bible. Will you please place your right hand on it? Miss LaRue, do you swear that there has been no fixing or rigging in connection with this show?
Is this a real Bible?
Why, of course, Miss LaRue.
What's the matter with her?
She looks surprised.
She is. Eddie didn't know about this. I wanted this part of the show to be completely spontaneous and unrehearsed.
That can be very dangerous.
I think it's very effective.
Do you swear to that, Miss LaRue?
I do.
And secondly, Miss LaRue, do you swear that you do not know where the treasure is hidden? Miss LaRue?
You see, we're gonna get in trouble.
Why? You and I are the only ones who know where the treasure's hidden. She doesn't know. Does she?
Miss LaRue, do you swear that you do not actually know where the treasure is hidden?
Look, I will not swear false witness to perjury. I do know where the treasure is. There is treasure hidden in all the worldwide Wicket buildings right now.
The first clue!
How to handle a disaster. In every businessman's career, there are times when things go a bit wrong. We have many suggestions for coping with these little problems. However, should you be the cause of a disaster that's really disastrous, we suggest that your best bet is to review the first chapter of this book, How to Apply for a Job.
Where's Finch?
I don't know, Bratt.
Well, JB wants him as fast as you can find him. He's hopping mad.
Come back here, you!
What are you doing?
It's another treasure hunter. This little nut tried to sneak past me 3 times.
This little nut is the chairman of the board. It's Mr. Womper.
Chairman of the board. They all look alike to me.
I'm very sorry this happened, Mr. Womper. If you'll come with me, JB is in his office. Keep looking for Finch.
Oh, Rosemary, have you seen Ponty?
No, Miss Johnson, I'm so worried about him.
I am too. He was a nice boy.
Was? What will they do to him?
Well, I don't know, but somebody's head's got to roll.
Ponty will think of something. Won't you, Ponty? You have those cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's that upturned chin and the grin of impetuous youth. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. Ponty, Ponty!
Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Where have you been?
Walking the streets, thinking.
Why don't you go home?
No, I've got to go in and face the music.
Aha!
Well, this is it.
The chairman of the board is in there.
I figured that.
What are you going to do?
I'm just gonna make a clean breast of everything and go back to what I did before I came here.
What were you?
I was an exterior decorator. There I go again. Can't even tell you the truth. I was a window washer.
So what? I don't care what you do, Ponty. I'm sticking. I walked out on you once.
You did?
And I'm not leaving again.
Finch, you want in JB's office right now.
Gee, can I at least say goodbye to Rosemary?
Go ahead.
Rosemary, goodbye.
Come along.
Wait, but I'm sorry, Rosemary. I wish none of this had ever happened. Let me go.
Ponty!
Finch, why should you face those monsters? Go ahead, run away, escape. I'll pretend like I didn't see you, for auld lang syne.
No, I've got to go in and face them. I should think you'd be happy if they killed me.
If only I could be sure.
All of our key men are here, JB. Gentlemen, you know Mr. Wally Womper, chairman of the board.
Now, Wally, I realize that I'm the president of this company, the man who is responsible for everything that goes on here. So I'd like to state right now that anything that has happened is not my fault. You'll soon see where the responsibility for the whole thing lies. When he gets here, I'll do all the talking. This is a very slick youngster, Wally.
Here he is, sir.
Mr. Biggley,
Never mind. I'll do the talking. Oh, by the way, you've never met Mr. Womper. This is the chairman of the board.
How do you do, Mr. Womper? Mr. Womper,
No speeches, Finch. It's all settled. I want you to sign a simple letter of resignation in which you accept all the blame for what happened.
Okay, Mr. Biggley, I'll be glad to.
What's that?
I said I'll sign the letter of resignation.
You sure this isn't one of your tricks?
No, Mr. Biggley, I'm through with all that. You see, this firm has been pretty good to me, but now I'm gonna resign, take the blame, and go back to what I did before I came here.
What did you do, Finch?
I was a window washer.
No kidding. I started as a window washer myself.
You did?
What do you think I was, a rail splitter? College man. So, you're a window washer?
Yes, Mr. Womper.
Please, call me Wally. Okay, Wally. So, Finch.
Oh, just call me Ponty.
Okay, Ponty. Boy, it's been a long time since I had someone around here I could talk to. So, how did you get in this business?
Well, sir, I had a book.
Oh, yeah? Me too.
It was a book on how to succeed in business.
Oh, my book was more useful. I booked bets for all the other window washers. I cleaned up a bundle. I should have stayed in that business, though. 8 buildings wrecked. Our stock is down 5 points. We're the laughing stock of the industry.
I know, Wally. It's ghastly.
How did this happen? I mean, I could understand a college man making a hash of this, but not a window washer. So this idea of
Hold
yours...
it, Wally. If there's one thing I won't do, it's take credit for another man's idea. Especially when he's the boss's nephew.
You never told me you hired your nephew.
Nephew? Oh, nephew. He's not really my nephew. He's my wife's nephew. Now, Wally, I know this may seem like nepotism, but it's not. I've never shown him favoritism. In fact, I hate him.
But you love his ideas.
No, when he first brought me the idea, I thought it was a lousy idea. Then when Finch brought me the idea, I still thought it was a lousy idea. And I said to him that it was a lousy idea.
Then why did you buy it?
It seemed like a good idea.
Treasure hunts, treasure girls.
Well, he dressed it all up. He can't deny the fact that the idea for the treasure girl was his.
Yeah,
that's
JB.
right.
Well, that was my idea.
And not a bad one. But who the heck picked that bubble-headed tomato? Uh-huh.
Wally, I don't want you to get any wrong ideas. This is a very nice girl. You want to talk to her?
I intend to. Well, I think I have the whole picture. Now, the question is, what to do and who to do it to.
No, wait a minute, Wally. Before you do anything, I'd like to say a few words.
About what?
Humanity. You see, Wally, deep down under this cold corporate setup, under our skin there's flesh and blood. We're all brothers.
Some of us are uncles.
Now you may join the Elks, my friend, and I may join the Shriners, while other men may carry cards as members of the Diners. Still, others wear a golden key or small Greek letter pin. But I have learned there's one great club that all of us are in. There is a brotherhood of man, a benevolent brotherhood of man, a noble tie that binds all human hearts and minds into one brotherhood of men. Your lifelong membership is free. Keep a giving each brother all you can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of man? Now, I want you to consider that, Wally, before you go firing Mr. Biggley.
Whoa, 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 who's considering that?
Wally, I know what's on your mind. You'd like to wipe out the whole crowd from top to bottom. Wally, that's the obvious. But stop and think. One man may seem incompetent. Hey. Another not make sense.
What?
While others feel like quite a waste of company expense.
Yeah.
They need a brother's leadership, so please don't do them in. Remember, mediocrity is not a mortal sin. There
We're
in the
brotherhood of men, dedicated to giving all we can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of men?
No kidding! Is really our brotherhood.
Yes, you're a brother
of man.
You are a brother.
On the level of brotherhood of man.
Oh yes, a noble tie that binds all human hearts and minds
into one brotherhood of man. Oh
yes, your lifelong membership is free. Keep giving each brother all you can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of man? Your lifelong membership is free. Keep giving each brother all you can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of man?
Oh, that noble feeling feels like bells are pealing down with double dealing. Oh, brother, you got me, I got you.
Oh, that noble feeling feels like bells are pealing down with double dealing. Oh, brother, you got me, I got you. Your lifelong membership is free. Keep giving each brother all you get. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of men?
Give me a break! We were always the best of friends, Max. Remember the Honest Dates, Ernest? You I never liked. Well, I'm not going to go. Wait, no, you can't take me. I'm just a boy. I'll get sick.
Oh, hey, Smitty, any news yet?
I haven't heard a thing yet. Oh, Mr. Jenkins, have you heard anything yet?
Haven't heard a thing yet.
Looks like a big shakeup.
Boys and girls, may I make an announcement? As you know, there have been a few changes made at Worldwide Wickets. I'm speaking to you now in my new capacity in charge of employee morale and psychological adjustment. Mr. Tackerberry here is now in charge of personnel. Now, I'd like you to hear a few words from our hard-driving, hard-working president, J.B. Biggley.
Thank you, thank you. I am proud to announce that Worldwide Wickets is now stronger than ever. And I feel a lot of that credit should go to a certain bright and very loyal young man. Come out here, Finch. As you know, this youngster's rise to the top has been spectacularly rapid. As a matter of fact, for a moment, I began to think he was after my job. But luckily for me, he didn't want it.
Oh, no, JB, your job is much too tough for me. But I would like to say that if any credit is due, it should go to a great man and a great humanitarian, the chairman of the board, Mr. Wally Womper. You know, incidentally, folks, Mr. Womper is here with his charming wife today. Let's get them both out here, Mr. and Mrs. Womper. Mr. Womper told me he didn't feel like making any speeches today. He's still a newlywed. But I have a surprise announcement to make about him. Mr. Womper has decided that after his long years of service, he's finally going to retire as chairman of the board. And he and his wife are going to take a long honeymoon trip around the world.
Sweetie, what a surprise! You didn't tell me.
I didn't know. Oh, what the heck. It's not a bad idea at that. I'll concentrate on you.
Wally, who's going to be the new chairman of the board? As if I didn't know.
Just one moment. I don't know if I can accept. I'll have to consult Mrs. Finch.
Rosemary, your husband's calling you.
Hallelujah.
Rosemary, I've got a big decision to make. They want to make me chairman of the board. What do you think?
Darling, I don't care if you work in the mailroom or you're chairman of the board or president of the United States. I love you.
Say that again.
I love you.
No, before that.
Miss Jones, take a wire to the White House. Watch out.
We play it the company way. Executive